What's going on, guys? I tried the horizontal and it would not allow me to do it. Huh. Oh well. How you guys doing? So I'm checking messages. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, I got some new things to show you guys. So kind of hard to see right there, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick. Let me move that out of the way. Let me suck in. Oh man, you can see man. Probably got shorts on. Got this in. I finally had to. So I just kind of had to, you know. All right, so got the super laser nut, and I'll be honest with you, it drives way better than I expected. Paul, what's up? Marcus, Jeremy, Skeleator, Pat House. Sorry, buddy, I can't rotate the thing. It won't let me. Maybe if I get a better laptop with a decent screen camera, I'll be able to do something, but what do I think about my SEX Pro? I love it. Rage RCG. Wow, you got them Baja Ray wheels, dude. See, sometimes it's faster just to go that way, man. It really is. Cherry Pit, Andrew Suri, what's up, buddy? I'm gonna keep the videos coming. Thank you. Just try it. James Wise Carver, Tiny Truck and Dumpling, what's up, buddy? Paul King, what's up, Clayton? Video seems wider today. I have no idea. I really don't. Talking to Dixieland RC. Did you guys see the event I posted today on my Facebook? If you're not on my Facebook, you should be. I put up an event, and it is the official meet and greet. So it is December 7th and 8th. December 7th is going to be more like a setup and trail day. The actual wristbands and stuff are going to be on Sunday. And with that, at 3 p.m., we're going to do the giveaways. So still working on sponsors and all kinds of everything. We should have a lot of stuff to give away. The only fees that you will incur are going to be from the park. The daily or the weekend or camping fee. Or if you're a vendor, there's a $25 fee. Other than that, I'm not charging anything. I want to see as many vendors, as many influencers, as many content creators. I want to see everybody out here. So, my thoughts that Discovery RC, the original laser nut, they made it better than the first version that I got. But that big one is actually took some abuse. I sent it pretty well. I got the video to edit it. It should go up for channel members tonight. The Axe R3 and an LMT, probably not a good fit, in all honesty. JD's RC. JD, are you going? Am I going to BTC 25? Yes, I am planning to go to Beat the Creek 2025. Yes, sir. Correct, Marcus. I don't blame you, buddy. Any new builds coming to the channel? I'm glad you mentioned that because I do have something here and it looks really weird. And I've got a donor truck. Remember the gray Element trail walker, I believe it is? Or something along the lines of that. Well, I've got something here that is really neat. Okay, let's open this thing up. Did you guys hear about the spark drive? What this is, and I see I am reversed or something here, but what this is right here. So I'm really looking forward to getting these in. And these will allow it to tank steer. And it appears that it's basically set up for the Element. So that Element truck that I've got, that's just been sitting around collecting dust. Well, guess what? I will now have a use for it, and this is going to be really neat to see how this works. So I'm totally a little bit confused. But I've got these, got the little controller right here. I'll probably just JST it straight to the main battery. So I've got to get all that figured out. I'll probably have to read the instructions, all that, but very nice box that came in, everything. So that will be my donor truck. Very nice. I'm going to open these up, take a look inside, all that wonderful stuff. Any new builds? AJ Proman from Spain. Far away from Iowa. Yeah, Iowa is a pretty good drive here. Now, Enlighten RC. I ran the new laser nut on 6S. Basically, yeah, tank axles, kind of, sort of. On Cape Crawlers channel, they're nuts. I can't wait to see them. I haven't seen them on there. I guess I need to go look. Meet and greet. Just curious, who were we meeting? Meet and greet. Well, I know I'm going to be there. I'm trying to get Frontu RC. He's a local channel, and Jeremy from Big Squid is going to be there. And I'm trying to find the local creators, RC content creators, everybody I can get to there. I want everybody there. It's not about me. I want it to be about everybody, all of us. If that makes any sense, I want the vendors there. On Sunday, we're going to do have a scale show and shine under the pavilion. So we'll have that going. I've got an idea of where I want to take this, and it's way beyond the channel. So I got an idea where I want to go with it. I think if this year turns out okay, I'll probably go for it next year. This year we just kind of got to make it happen, you know. I want to know when you're done. Get rid of it. Nope. Okay. I did not order a Team of Fortune or whatever that was. No, sir, I've not done that. What's the next event coming up you're hosting, attending? Well, the next event coming up that I'm hosting or attending, as far as like large events, not just the local stuff, is going to be the Palooza event. And I'm going to post up on the Facebook page that I need pictures of your Groms. I'd rather use your Groms rather than mine to make the actual banner so I can put up the event. Yeah, it'll be a 2-day event. There'll be camping here at the Exoplex. We're going to run dirt track, on-road track. We're going to do a long jump, possibly, I don't know, maybe some tug of war, or I'm not sure exactly all the events, but we're going to have a lot of fun, and it's all about the Grom. I do not have the Axial UMG 10. Buying a race car? Not really. Good to me. Oh man, Rob Connett, what's up, buddy? The Michigan Great Lakes Gauntlet. I'm not gonna make it to Michigan. Mojave Grom, yes sir, Marcus. Brian Button, James RC, 3SB. Wow, thank you, Clayton. That was awesome. Just try it. Why are there two Exocaged RC Facebook? Okay, I have the Exocaged page and the Exocaged group. They're two different things. The page is pretty much me. When I find deals, I post them on there. Events, different things like that. That's kind of more of a business page. And then the group is just kind of open to everybody. A 4x4 starter truck should be a scale truck or a monster truck. Well, it depends. You never really know. The best starter 4x4 RC, Rebel 7. Buddy, that really depends on your budget. If your budget is really tight, look at the little Hypergoes off of Amazon. Them things are pretty awesome, and they're reasonably priced as well. Yeah, what better for RC cars? Fish, CO2, straight breathing, flaring. Oh boy. JD's RC Paul, all right. So we're gonna go put these up right here. But I also, channel members, you'll all, and brand new channel members, you'll also see this tonight. The Losi RTR Race Truggy. Now in that one, I guess I don't have the radio out here, but I did go ahead and put that IXSR radio on that. And dudes, I'm telling you, that radio and that truck, very sensitive. I'm telling you, really sensitive. So I was happy with that. When I don't have any gyro receivers for that, so this weekend when we race, I'll probably put the GT5 on it, just so I get the gyro effect and all that. The little pin tires are basically like running slicks out here, so I got to put some aggressive tires on it as well. Is the new X-Max Ultimate worth the money? Again, too. Honestly, in my opinion, no. And the reason I say no is you really don't need all that. They updated the hubs. They updated all that stuff with really nice plastic. Sometimes that pin will come out the bottom. You can put that back in, but sometimes it'll bend it too far. But you can buy a regular X-Max, you know, for cheap, $1,000, right? Buy the regular X-Max, you're getting the same motor, the same ESC, the same servo. Basically, you're getting the same axles, same drive line, and then just put some metal hubs front and rear on it yourself and call it done. The rest of it, I don't really think it's needed. If you happen to bust it, then just upgrade it as you go. Super cool, we can always fix it. Apologize for that one, keep it up though. Okay, D's, yeah, I was like, is this D's a bot here? I'm about to say D's nuts. Is D's a bot? Man, I get all messed up on that. Yes, Andrew Siri, the SCX6 motor mount does have 25mm holes. Mir, what's up? Belted tires, steel gears, better servo, and a bunch of aluminum. I just don't know that it's worth the extra $500, Andrew. I just really, I don't know that it's worth that much. I mean, heck, put one on your pile, Andrew. I actually have one in stock. All right, Clayton already booted the bot. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. My mom was human and my dad was a bot. The Orville, the nurse, and the robot. The Krylon, or whatever it was. Yep, kind of reminds me of that. Creighton 6S's are awesome on 6S. Jason Roberts, what's up? My Grom collection tonight to 3S and 4S. Man, see, I kind of want to do that, but I really don't have a need to out here at all. But Jason, I will be posting the Grom. I'm going to post on the Facebook page. I wonder if I can find it on here. I don't know if I can even log in on this computer. If I can find my... Let me see if it'll allow me to log in. If I can log in, I will... Nope, got an old password on this computer. But I'm going to post up on my Facebook page, Exocaged RC, to get you guys to send me pictures of your Grom so I can use that when I make the thumbnail or the little banner thing for the Gromapalooza event. I know J Concepts is supposed to be here for it. I'll find a food truck for it as well. Let me see. Sean Lerman, Jack's RC Recycle Repair is going to be here. And I'm not sure who else, but I'm pretty sure there are going to be about 3 or 4 different vendors out here as well. Finally made it in time for the live show. Yes, sir, Robert. Now that ram bouncers are 100%, we need a do-over. Oh, you got your ram bouncer taken care of? Yeah, mine's ready to go. Yeah, those 2.0s are mean. The new building is still just a pad. We are supposed to have the building done before the Gramapalooza event. November 16th and 17th, I believe it is, that weekend. But if it is not up, we will use that pad for something. Maybe we'll put a big vendor on there or something. I don't know. But we will use that pad. It will not go unused. Proline Badlands. Yes, sir. How... I'm thinking about doing a build with a J Concepts Aerostar body. You're talking about the old Ford Aerostar van? One of those things? Andrew, sir, you want to help sponsor the event? Okay, buddy. Let me know the name of your event, your business, and all that, and we will get you in. I believe Power Sports, Dan's Power Sports or something, down around Central Florida is also wanting to be part of it too. Yeah, the little Aerostar minivans. You want to build one of those? I have zero desire to do anything like that. Andy's Auto Repair. All right, you guys here at Andy's Auto Repair. Do you ship parts as well? As in, like, if I need a spark plug for a 1982 Volkswagen Tomatsu, can you get me a spark plug, a Autolite 45 with a gap of 0.05? Titanium tip? Can you get those for me? Autolite 45 really is a thing, but the rest of it, probably not. Go ahead, sell me an RC or a possible helicopter. Oh, info upgraders, no. Take a Dana Super 60 from a Ford. Man, old Dana. Dana 60. I had a Pro Rock 60 in my big truck. A Dynatrack Pro Rock 60 with ARB and RCV axles. The rear was a GM 14 bolt with a Detroit locker. Clint, you're welcome, buddy. So, I'm also printing something off. Can you tell me what this is I'm printing? I just got to know if you can tell me what this is I'm printing. I'm not showing you the back side of it, but what is this? I'm curious. I need to know if you guys can tell me what this is. This is not a thumb steer. Clayton, you're right. It is a plastic paddle tire. Got the little hex in the back. I'm printing 4 of these. I'm going to put these on the Typhon Grom. I'm going to see if these right here will work. I mean, when you're in the sand, you don't need a good soft compound. All you need to do is move the sand. So it's got a little bit of a rib and that. Now, my ultimate goal, if it's not anything naughty, my goodness, that would hurt. I'm like, get this roll across your hand. But regardless, yeah, this right here, if this works, I'm going to try to come up with this same design, but using TPU, so I could put on some 1/10 scale on-road wheels and just simply have those as bolt-on, because this wheel hex is not going to hold up for very long. They just generally don't made out of PLA. Moe's Garage 3D paddle tire. Dude, the Gorgons are awesome, James Wisecarver. Tiny Truckin', I don't think you guys need to buy these. I really don't expect them to survive. However, they're going to be on the Grom. So it's not going to be like they're going to be really abused. If they do survive the Grom, however, I wonder if these will fit that Red Cat STK. That would be neat. That would be neat to put these on the Red Cat stock car out there running. That would be neat. I'd have to clean it out, but that would be really neat. That's my V1 RAM balancer when I get it. You get all three. Ordering axle for your... What's wrong with you? You broke an axle? What's wrong? Enlighten? Not a nipple twister. The Baja Pros. Oh, I wanted to show my inserts for SCX6. I have to run and get them. The Baja Pros, no, they're not designed for those. They'll fit the stock tires, the J Concepts landmines, the J Concepts Tusk, the Proline, not the Mashers, the Proline tires, but not the big ones like that. Not the Baja Pros. I haven't got that one yet. Fusion Ascent versus Optic as a RTR. Justin, if I had to choose one or the other, it's going to sound crazy, but I'd probably choose the Ascent. I like the Optic. It's sitting right there. But there's an Ascent Fusion. There's an Ascent Fusion. Good, they're giving me warranty on my Gorgon chassis. How are you breaking that? See, I don't get this. I take my Gorgon off the biggest jump I got over and over and over again. Back flip, front flip, crash it every way you can possibly imagine. And all I break is the little washer that holds the servo saver on. And yet, Clayton's breaking all kinds of things. I'm like, dude, you must be a really bad driver. Because I can't break them on purpose. And like, oh, it's just a bearing. Okay. I broke a stub axle and rear diff on Mojave Grom. Ooh. These would probably fit the Mojave Grom too, wouldn't they? Oh, if these things survive the little Typhon, I'm gonna put these on everything. You watch. Perry, what's up, buddy? Clayton, bashing is awesome. What have you treat yourself to? Nothing but Mountain Dew today. Looking at a Hobbywing 10BL30 ESC of 6,000 kV. Man, I tell you, Travis, there was somebody out here just this past weekend, and I think they had the 4,000 on there. They said it was way too much. Said it was way too much. Just incredible fast and overheating. I figure, look, I don't know the actual KV conversion of the brush motor, but my honest thoughts, if you could get something in the 3,000 kV range, I think you'd be better off than going to something really high strung like a 6,000. My retirement, buddy, my retirement is about 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. every night. That's retirement. And it is not what I expected. I am still chasing sleep. I'm still chasing sleep. Every time it's like, oh man, I'm done editing for the day. I can do my uploads. I won't be in bed by midnight. The next thing you know, I'm on the computer working on inserts or something, some kind of a design somewhere, fulfilling orders. And the next thing you know, I'm usually back in here starting a new video, and about 1:30, I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. I gotta go to sleep. That's kind of the way it happens. Now, the other night, I didn't get to bed till almost 5 a.m., but let me explain. Okay, so the other night, I was doing a online live stream with Arlarlo, and we were literally, I was driving a truck with my phone in China from here. Okay, now in practice we had like about 100 bit per second or something like that, right? 100 megabits a second or something like that. But we had pretty good drive. It was about maybe a 2.5 second delay. That was manageable when it's consistent. When they did the live, they had a crowd in there. They had dancers in there. They had all kinds of stuff. And when it was our turn to drive, I know me, and they put me right in front of the soccer ball like I was the star attraction, and I could not drive. My bit rate dropped down to like 17, 18, and I could not drive the vehicle. It wouldn't move. And then like maybe a minute later, all of a sudden the screen would change and it's in a corner somewhere. I'm like, what happened? So basically, I think when everybody out there started doing their own lives, they just loaded the circuits down, loaded the towers, and really did not allow me to really drive. But in practice, it was just, 4 or 5 of us out there, and we're driving around a little bit, and we actually got where we could get across the obstacles and all that. But man, when the bit rate dropped, there was just no way to do it. Mark, what's up? Tamiya 2-wheel drive buggy, but made it to perform. How do you lower a rift? Smaller shock sensor in front. The lower the front of the rift is a real big challenge because the axle gets all the way up into the battery tray really quick. So people generally just lower it as best they can. You might can cut that out and put the battery sideways. You can do something like that. Mark, what's up? Bearing trying to lock up. Got hot enough to spun the plastic around the metal hex off. Yeah. Osborne RC, what's up? My thoughts on the Ecto? Osborne RC, I think it's awesome. Osborne, are you on the East Coast by any chance? Sure, Benchina's showcase. What's up? Talking Ectos, yes sir. Love your channel. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Rudy, hey you guys. Is that like a hey you guys? If you recognize that, you're as old as I am, or at least close. I'm going to get a metal drive shaft from replacement rear diff Grum 380 VXL. What's the KV of the Traxxas 380? 92 watching and 34 likes, like math ain't adding. Yeah, I got 102 of you guys on here. I think you're all human. There might be some bots here. I had a lot of bots on the last one, and 38 likes. Goonies, sure, but you got it. Goonies, sloth love chunk. That is right. Oh, man. The Goonies, I hope they never remake that movie. Leave that legendary movie alone. I'd like to see a sequel. I'd like to see a sequel to it. What's up, Katie? What's up? 135. I see 44 likes now and 101. Babe Woof. That one I don't know. I'm still playing with RC cars. The Centon is a good rig, yes. So it's a 4,000. That might be okay in that. I want to me, around a 2,000 seems to be about right. Gonna see another 10 minutes. They'll be attacking. If they do, he'll make it lame. And if they do, they'll make it lame. And well, if they can bring back the original cast, and they could introduce a brand new set of Goonies, it might be okay. Brother, can I get a free? No. Put a chick in it. They had a couple chicks in there. Make it all the original cast. It's in the making with all the original cast. It is in the making? If it's in the original cast and it's a sequel, not a remake, it might be okay. XLTRMTJ97. You got a Jeep TJ97 model, I'm assuming. Retirement is busy. Upper Michigan, what's up, Lawrence? Baby Roof. Baby Woof. Oh! Baby Woof? Yeah, I got it now. I got you. For Beetle. Sure, dude, I can't wait for Beetlejuice 2 and Wolverine and Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine. Dude, I am so ready to go see that, but I'm going to pick like the very next business day and go try to watch it. I'm not going on release night, but I can't wait to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my God, I can't wait. You guys, how do you guys stop Sherbing Spurgers in the suntan? Okay, Lottie Cash 68. The trick to that is to let off on the throttle when you land. If you're going across terrain that's got a lot of whoops in it, modulate your throttle. If you're just holding full throttle across there, something has to give. PJ2. Oh man, I'm going to watch this tomorrow at work. Oh, fun. All right, Red and Eyes. Gladiator 2. I heard about that one. But Deadpool and Wolverine, man, I can't wait. Everything I've seen of that just is like, dude, let's do this. Losi 8 Truggy RTR. Clint Davis. Dude, I just run my Losi Truggy today. RTR. I'm telling you right now, that censored system is perfect. If you have a good radio, you hook up a good radio. I hooked that IXSR to it. Man, you can read the ESC and everything. If you have a actual Spectrum Smart battery, you can read all the cells on it. So if you got a good quality radio, I believe the DXR also had about the same system. You can read all that stuff, man. I do not know when Arthur started using T9 screws. Do not know. I'm going to see if I'm going to say the same things. Well, Clayton, they're bots. They only have so much that they can go with. Clan Exoplex needs to take over a movie theater. Dude, I would love for all of us to get in there. The problem is we're all going to have to shut up and stop talking about RCs if we go in there, you know? Which I think will be plenty entertained, okay? We got popcorn and butter. Yeah, that's what I don't get it. Am I back on? Are we back on or are we off? I don't know what's up with that. What's the best servo after 2075? You're talking about the Traxxas? Pretty much most all of them. We're back. Here, it's me. We good. We're cutting out. I'm not sure why it's cutting in and out. Bills paid. I believe Murphy. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate that. Yeah, Pat. That's kind of what I said. Pretty much anything. But oh, I forgot. I got to stand up. Ugh. Super laser nut. You got to take the tire off to be able to raise it. It's actually pretty darn awesome, though. The tires, I was like, man, these tires aren't going to hook up for nothing. Dude, they actually do. I was really impressed at how well that did. Okay, back to the topic. Let's talk about axles and stuff, right? Dude, that big laser nut drove good, man. I'm going to put a GT5 on it until I can get some good gyro receivers. Nothing. I was doing nothing. It was just another little printed tire. That's all it was. I forgot I had some printed tires back there I was messing around with. I used black TPU on it as well. No. Okay, I'm okay now. I cannot show you that. I cannot show you guys that. All right, KD8. Creighton 4S only runs 4 to 10 minutes on a 4S LiPo. Trum Pro. 4 to 10 minutes. Now, when you have the 4S, are you really standing on it more? Now, your 5200 milliamp, is that 3S and 4S the same milliamps on that? It's an inch back. Oh, I'm going to have a big horn right here. You know that, right? I just moved a foot. You see wires for stiffness, good connection. Taking out the naughty thing again. It's bigger than a tire and it thumped when it hit the floor. Yes, it was definitely not tires. You're right. You see if you want to send me some. You have Spectrum receivers with gyro, with AFC? Marcus, I think we need to work a deal because I want to do a lot with that new radio. I really want to work with that. The max kg and a servo used on a 1/8 scale. Max kg and a servo on a 1/8 scale. I don't really think you need to worry about maximum kilograms. As long as it's around 400, you can get a really fast servos out there from many different manufacturers. Your rustler is in my local hobby shop getting repaired. Dominic, why? Why aren't you repairing it, dude? You gotta work on them things, man. It's just parts and pieces. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and if you really got to, you can put a little bit of this on it. And then when you really mess it up, just tape it back together. I cannot show you what that was. I cannot. Am I going to RC Fest? No, sir. What is the best for $400? What kind? Are you talking a fast truck? Are you talking a crawler? Or what? E8%, I guess that's what, 8 2/5 or whatever that is. You gotta, Aiden rated. Do I have a 3D printer? Yes, I have 14 of them. When can you show us and we'll have it? I would have to get permission from the maker and designer of whatever that part was, which happened to be just a tape roller. I mean, it's just for taping down boxes and stuff. But if I could get their permission, then I could show it. But I really doubt I'm going to get their permission because that's a very highly classified tape roller. Fast truck. Okay. $400. You could do about 150 and get yourself a Gorgon, and put yourself a relatively reasonable brushless system off of Amazon in it and go have fun. You could do that. Okay, Dominic, I understand now. Okay, I got you. Do I have parts for a Max V2? If I did, they're long gone. I haven't worked on the Max in a long time because I haven't broken anything on it. Joseph, what's up? Tape roller. It's a tape roller, Enlighten. It's got 50 teeth. A brand new 8-year-old rustler sitting next to me might bust it out. Old rustler, 8 years old. That's an old 2-wheel drive one, isn't it? Baker Allah. XRT or Creighton 8S? Man, I tell you what, I'd probably go with the XRT But if you really want to modify it, the Creighton's easier to modify. IAQ Master. Yes, this is a sand paddle for the Groms. Hopefully I'll have the other 3 printed by the end of the evening. And tomorrow I'm going to give this a try. If it survives the Grom, I want to try it on the Mojave. If it survives that, I might put it on the STK by Red Cat. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? See the STK out there flying around? Would 4S be a better choice on a Truggy or 6S? In the Shidoshi, in the racing world, 4S is pretty much your standard. That's why you have so many real high-end 4S batteries and not as many high-end 6S batteries. 4S is kind of where it's at. On the Truggy, the new Losi RTR that I drove today, ultra responsive. Really responsive, okay? I mean, kind of crazy how good it was. And 4S is where it's at. It has a 2250 kV motor. It's more than enough, man. More than enough. What is a Grom? It's just a little 1/14 buggy or Truggy or the Mojave, which is really nice too. Can I name a car for a edit? No idea. That Terminator on sale for $200. RC Player, I can tell you that Terminator, when I did my reviews on it, man, it drives like a bigger truck. It handles good. It did really good. It's a very nice truck. James, that was Clayton that gifted you the membership, James. Just got the Max V2 because I don't have room to run my X-Max 8s all the time, which would be the first upgrade I should do to it. Robert, the first upgrade you should do to it is have fun. It's a very good truck right out of the box, buddy. Just simply power it up, go have fun with it. If you break something, upgrade whatever that was. Simple as that. You don't need to go throwing a massive amount of money into that thing on stuff that'll never break. It's a durable truck, let me tell you. Have you ever tried to do a 12S X-Max before? Dominic, have I ever tried to do a 12S X-Max before? Yeah, I've got 2 of them. Yeah, I got my XRT sitting over here. I haven't driven an XRT or an X-Max in a long time. Arlarlo, mid or legit? Dude, Arlarlo is actually legit. They really lack on customer service, though. They have not got that figured out yet. So that's the one downfall of Arlarlo. Otherwise, dude, their vehicles are good. I've got about 6 of their vehicles. So, and I was thinking about just go ahead because they only got like 12, I think, total. Maybe 10. So I was actually thinking about just seeing if I could go ahead and get the last 4. That way I've got the full collection. Now they have different color variations and I don't care about that. See, that one model is above mid. I got to cook breakfast for IAQ Master and his lovely wife today. When are you gonna come see me, Joe? What? Matthew, I'm in Canada, not sure what to trade for. Shipping will be your biggest issue on the trade. Well, Dominic, if it's been a while since you haven't watched the channel, there might be 600 or 700 videos for you to catch up on, buddy. I'm not exaggerating. I do so much and I've still got such a backlog. It's weird. What's your opinion on the ProLine I-beam conversion kit? I'm thinking of building a pre-runner. The I-beam kit is interesting. It's kind of something you do when you have a truck you have no use for. And it's different. It is really interesting. I built mine a little bit odd. I didn't really follow the proper procedure on building that. So maybe I built mine a little bit wrong. But, I mean, it's neat, put it that way. And it's kind of something you build, you mess around with it, and put it on the shelf. If Trudeau stays in office, you're moving to America. Come on down to Florida where you can get some more heat in you. Yeah. Robert, I'm bashing it around my tight front hub coming off the screw pin. My front hub coming off the screw pin. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Good evening, Joe. Cyclone RC. Say it's for repairs and there's no special fees. It'll be around 50 bucks. Okay. What's the best 1/8 scale in my opinion? Roscoe, the best dollar for dollar vehicle out there, 1/8 scale, would be the Arma Typhon 6S. 500 bucks, and that stupid thing will run. It's like a tank on wheels, let me tell you. So that's really something to really something to go with if you're into buggies. VRD or 10 Pro, Hobby Fusion Pro, 1218 or 23. JSV, that would be the Fusion Pro 2300. That's the one I use in mine. Well, that's kind of the one I used to use in mine until I did the servo relocation thing, and then I had to go to an Outrunner. So with that, I've got the Holmes 4S Crawlmaster Mini V3 with the Holmes M size Outrunner motor. I haven't heard anything about the Creighton EXB. Lyle, I appreciate it, buddy. Enlighten. It is unique, isn't it? The direct drive worked out better than I thought, but I had to use a TRX4 rear axle for durability and gearing because it's direct to that rear axle. Have you driven it, Enlighten? As long as you put 2S on it and drive it scale, it does okay. I hope so, Pat House. I hope so. All I got to say is, you guys come find yourself a place out here in Middleburg, Florida. You'll be right down the road from the Exoplex. Are scorched titanium CVs and drive shaft any good? Slow MK. Man, see, I've been watching some of that, and I think some guys are actually really saying that the titanium is too brittle for the like the pins and stuff. They're just shearing them off. Reed Racing, Oregon. If I made it to Florida, I made it show. I love to see the Exoplex. Well, come on down, buddy. I know November 16th, 17th, or 17th, 18th. I got to look at that. We've got the Gromapalooza event. I'm still working on finalizing the event, so probably work on that up until the day of. But it is a 2-day event. There will be camping here. There's a hotel not too far away across from a Walmart. We got a wonderful Mexican restaurant right down the road, maybe 8 minutes away. We got a Subway right up here. I'm pointing like you guys know where I'm pointing at, but in my view, it's right over there, you know. We got a Subway. We got a Dunkin' Donuts. 2 gas stations. They got some gas station sandwiches. They're not bad, really. You know, Jason, I can totally see a Creighton Grom. I can absolutely see that happening. I would kind of think that they're going to go with probably something like a one of them speed cars, the Limitless or the other truck-looking one. I can't think of the name of it. I had a Limitless years ago. IE RC crawler chassis. I'm not sure that I know the IE RC crawler chassis. That I'm not sure of. Do 2S. Yeah, it is very interesting. And then Enlighten, you can pull that cable and lock the rear diff and it drives differently. So it does have that selectable locker in the TRX axle. How close am I to Fort Myers? I'm a long ways away. If you want to look it up, the zip code is 32068. That'll give you a big idea of where to go. So if you change an ESC 150 amp to 220 amp, you replace the motor. No, Shidoshi, you do not need to replace the motor. Keep in mind when it comes to amps, okay? Let me see. We'll pull this motor down right here, just as an example. Happens to be a Spectrum motor. Now, let's just say you have this in a vehicle and the ESC needs, or the motor needs 50 amps to do what you're telling it to do. Well, that's how many amps it'll want to pull, and it has to flow through the ESC. Changing to 220 amp ESC or 500 amp ESC or whatever, if the motor needs 50 amps, that's all it's going to pull. Simple as that. Now, there is a ding. Now, if you need 50 amps on this and your 150 amp ESC, got a little bit more resistance in there, maybe the timing, maybe the frequency, all that stuff adds up to a properly running, cool running motor. So maybe going to the 220 ESC may be a better program, a better set of hardware inside the ESC, and more efficiently to get to the motor. And at that point, you will notice a difference in motor temperatures and longevity. So, I mean, there's something to the better ESCs out there. I've had some that were not so good, and then I've had some that were like, man, I can't even get the motor hot. It's really interesting. ESCs are like a valve to control the amp flow, like a water hose. Open up the valve, you get more water, right? You get a lot more water out of a fire hose than you do a normal water hose. But there's more to it when it comes to the pulse width modulation, which is basically the operating frequency of the ESC. Because pulse width modulation, think of it like if you're running half throttle, you've got half, you're hitting the motor with full voltage, then it's dropping to zero and full, like a 50% deal, like 50, 50, 50. And then the more voltage you go, the 50 gets closer until you get to 100%. Now that's very simple explanation of what an ESC does. Very simple and basic. It's way more complicated than that. Way more, but that's a very basic understanding of the ESC. It's like an electronic valve of power. And the power with electricity, it isn't like a water hose where you have pressure and you get more out of it. This opens up a valve to allow the load to pull more through it. It's a little bit different, but that was in layman's terms, I guess you could say. Try to make it as simple as I could explain that. So, Loud Burns, what's good and bad about the Mojave 1.8 that you know or heard of? Roscoe's Modern Life, the differentials. The diffs are a known issue with the Mojave. Oh, the Mojave 1/8, that one is actually pretty good. I was thinking about the Mojave, the large scale one, the 6S one. But yeah, that one's pretty good. Just the steering's a little bit sloppy, in my opinion. Say over der and point with your nose. All right. Trey's waiting, say hi. We say over yonder. That was the first time I've said yonder in years. How are the ants in Middleburg? Dude, if you happen to step in a pile of fire ants in Middleburg, you'll feel like this weird looking fuzzy sensation. Like, man, that's so weird. My leg is all fuzzy feeling. And then they start kicking your butt. Yep. Oh boy, I dropped my phone in the toilet. It's working since the greatest. One of your boys dropped your phone in the toilet. Was the toilet fully loaded when it was dropped in? I had to ask. Sorry. Some knowledge on this. I appreciate it. Secondhand RC. Cool, buddy. Let's go bigger ESC, the motor. That's a safe thing to go. Because, RC player, if the motor is pulling 100 amps and that's the maximum that the ESC can flow, you're more apt to actually have one of those things called an ESC fire. Same with the battery. If you have a little tiny battery, I don't have one up here. Say your battery is the size of this, and you're putting it in like a LMT or something, you're asking for trouble. Battery milliamp hour, in my opinion, is way more important than that fake C rating number that they put on the sticker. My thoughts. The track says Mud Boss. It's a SCT with a different body. I think it's actually pretty neat. I love the tire squeal. But I borrowed one from Sean. I kind of felt like I should get it, but ultimately I didn't. The Hobby 56 118 fit my Outcast EXB 8s without modification. Okay, if you're talking about the G2, it will not, RC Graveyard. But I have something here that I've got to get put together. M2C, they have a chassis for you. A full conversion chassis by M2C. What this does is it moves the motor back just a little bit to give you room to make all that stuff work. The new longer motors by Hobbywing. So M2C, that's where it's at. Also the Creighton, Mega Creighton as well. RC player, yes it does. With Boss tires are nice. I love the way them things squeal. And the tires on the big laser nut right there, they squeal just as good. I love that. Holmes Hobby Polar Pro 3300. Honestly, for that motor, I would highly recommend a Castle Mamba X. The problem is you're going to get that Castle hum. If you're okay with that, then the Castle Mamba X is your best bet for that motor to get the most out of it. And you can do the Mamba X or even the Monster X if you just really want to go a little bit bigger with it. So, again, I'm back at midnight to order the new motor. Thanks for the recommendation. Cool deal. Chainsaw, what's up? You gotta spit on that thing. Oh, man. Man, did you guys see that little... Let me see if I can find it here. Let me see. It's actually pretty neat. It was a Pokemon thing. It's actually pretty darn neat. I'll find it. I'll show it to you. It's a little GIF or GIF or something like that. Let me see. Oh, I did that. Oh, here it is, right here. Oh, I can't show you that one. All right, you gotta see this. All right, you ready? Oh.
You spit. Go up to her. Huck to it. Huck to her, you spit. Huck to it. Super effective.
I saw that. That was so funny. Oh my God. That was so funny. I'm trying to start a racing series in the Mud Boss up north. Very few enthusiasts up here. Billy Burris, it is hard to get a racing scene started, but there are guys out there that are interested. You just got to find a way to get them to know that you're there. That was the one I sent you. Was that the one you sent me, Clayton? Exo and crew, just RC, what's up? Billy Burris, I want to get the Mud Boss and an Axial Rift. Well, two very different vehicles. Andrew Siri, what's under the desk? Currently my knees and feet. Feels great for screeching down to the ball on the track. I have 40 acres of land with plenty of potential for 1/8 scale track. You know, Billy, if you build it, they will come. Yep, so Make it happen. Get the word out and see if you can get some guys interested. Are there any hobby shops around you at all? If there are no hobby shops around you, that could also influence, people that are in the hobby. Here, I actually have 2 hobby shops. So yeah, plus we got Sean, Jackson RC Recycle Repair, which will basically have a hobby shop right here. I'll be able to go shopping for more than just Vidavon right there. Far up north of Pennsylvania, Wood Boss, if you want to race 525 Tusks. Will they be okay on the Rift? Yes, the 575 Tusk will be fine up there. Yeah, see, without any hobby shops. Now, if you're in Pennsylvania, you should have RC Addicts up there somewhere, right? My favorite YouTubers to watch for technical info and honest reviews, you got RC Driver Online. And when it comes to durability testing and just craziness, Kevin Talbot. Simple as that. That dude I've seen him take brand new X-Maxes full throttle right into a wall just to see what would break. So those are my go-to guys as far as like if I want to watch RC on YouTube. But honestly, when I'm on YouTube, I'm looking for everything other than RC. I do so much. I want to find other things. Fastest car? I don't know. Should I email Arthur about not having enough screws for these wheels? Yeah. And I've got an order going into Vidavon probably the end of this week, actually. So if you need screws, email Arthur and have him ship them with my package, and I'll just put them in the mail and send them to you when they get here. Kevin is the best. Yeah, Kevin Talbot stops in here every now and then. Andrew, I will have another cat. I sure will. Kevin is the best. 8:02. Well, we made it to the hour mark. See now, Billy, when you're going to do that $10 per car, per race, winner takes all, that's all awesome sounding. But if you're going to put on a point series and all that, you want the racers and the entries with the racing and the events to pay for the trophies. You don't have to get like a net zero on it, but you at least want it to be self-sustaining. And like here at the park, at the Exoplex, I mean, the events bring in a little bit of money, but as far as what's invested back there, it'll always be in the red. Always. And that's kind of something you kind of have to accept, that it's always going to be in the red as far as your park, your expenses, and all that. Do I have a favorite crawling tire? Yes. J Concepts Megalithic. I'm not a huge fan of the Hyrex tire. Now, I do have the Aztecs, and those did really good. If you're a channel member, you've already seen the Aztec video, which that will be released tomorrow. I don't know what to tell you for street and asphalt on rustlers. I don't know what to tell you on that one, buddy. Billy, I understand. Now, one thing, Billy, to understand about this is that, and I do not do cash payouts here at the Exoplex, because when you have cash payouts, people tend to get a little bit more serious than what they should. So, and when people get more serious than what they should, that's when it's more likely to have potential problems. And I don't want that. Yeah, Enlighten, they really did. I've got some inserts in there for them, so I'll be trying those out. Billy, cheating is going to occur whether there's money involved or not. The reason there's so many stupid rules when you go to these organizations and these big events is because somebody was pushing it too far. Simple as that. When you get people pushing the limits all the way to the end, and then they find, oh, there's no rule on this right here. Ooh, then they just start exploiting whatever that is, and now you end up with a rule there, and you end up with a rule list 5 pages long when it really should have been 1 paragraph. So a lot of the reason for having all those stupid rules is because people pushing it too far. Simple as that. And Enlighten likes the silver ones. That's funny. Yeah. I'm going to be trying these on the Typhon Grom. If they survive the Typhon Grom, I'm going to see if they'll fit the Mojave Grom. If they survive that, I'm going to put them on the Red Cat STK and put it on the dirt track. Got a stack of bronze. Oh, man. Grooving on the tires and shock rate. Well, see, the thing is, they'll go in and they'll figure out, you know, a thicker shock oil. There's like some of it you got to allow them to mess with because it's too hard to regulate, like dampening on the shocks, shock adjustments. You say you got to keep the stock shocks, but you can adjust them as needed, stuff like that. Camber, caster, things like that. Just let them go ahead and mess with all that. But the main things, you got to keep them stock. And now the Mud Boss is their 2S lineup, so it's already brushless. You should be good to go, right? Yes, Paul King, RC Kings, Enlighten. We are running dirt track this weekend. I put up a video, an event. Run the Mini B on the track yet? I have not run the Mini B on the track yet, the on-road stuff. I have not. Yeah, Marcus. If you're coming out here to race Grom, I recommend you have 3 batteries per vehicle. This way, you show up with your batteries charged for one thing. Show up with charged batteries, and then just simply run 1 per. That way, you're all set. You get money and prizes involved. You get complainers. My city used to be 1 club for racing. I got 2 because of the drama. Yeah, Clayton, that happens. Stella, Exocaged, I'm in the middle of my build. 2 Max 4 560 set up. That's for inspiring the hobby. Build 2 Max 4. Yeah, those are pretty powerful systems. What are you building, Stella? Stella Pro? I subbed to your channel, boss. Billy Burris, thank you. Might need your advice in the near future when this dream comes around. Bring it, buddy. I will do my very best to answer you. Now, I do not get to answer all the channel questions and all that. Go to the Facebook, find the page. Go ahead and start do the follow thing on that. Stay in touch with that because as these events build up, the Gramapalooza event, the meet and greet, which we're in the 2nd hour. And I think I may have mentioned this last time, and I don't want to make it that big of a deal, but I have a vision of what I want to see, and I don't think I can pull it off this one, maybe. But at Cherokee Rock Village, around the pavilion, that entire area along the rocks, that whole area right there, if I can pull enough vendors for this particular event, I will be out there Saturday morning early, and I will caution tape off everything. I will have it set up to where you have a vendor's row all the way down Cherokee Rock Village. I don't think I can make it happen on this one because we really got to get this one done so we have something to build off of. But we'll have to see. The facility can take it. I'm kind of worried about if we do all of that, parking could be a big issue. Because if you remember, like the big events like Beat the Creek, Cherokee, Beat the Creek, USTE, there's a big, massive field just for parking. And honestly, we don't have that field at Cherokee. So I'm not sure how big I can really make this. I kind of want to go for it. I love the Cherokee area. I think it's phenomenal. But I'm also kind of afraid for parking, camping, stuff like that. It's something just have to see how it works out. I know on Sunday I'm wanting to do a scale show and shine. So I'll find 2 or 3 judges and I will let them go around and do the judging and pick out which one, watch that. I've got to come up with some awards and different things like that because that might be like the only competition. I'm planning to set some courses and let you guys run the courses for fun, for practice, just to get out, brag to your buddies. I made this gate, you didn't, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I'm working on my own course pieces right here. So these will actually have numbers and arrows to direct you properly. So I'm working on these right here out of TPU. So we'll see how that works out. But okay, let me get back to you guys here, because this live is about you guys. How's it going? A Dream Truck a few weeks ago. The Slash with a new BO2 system. The BO2 system actually runs pretty strong. It does. Make it a big deal. It needs to be done. There's a lot of us that will help. Plan on it next year for sure. I'm thinking next year will be the best thing. Need to see what the parking situation is like this year. But there's still quite a few months. July, August, September, October. We still got 3 months, 3 good solid months before this. And I think once that post gets shared, there could be 10, 12, 15 vendors out there. And I know a few vendors, Jack's RC Recycle Repair, RC Junkyard, they take up a lot of space. So, and I'm not sure if Cody from Dixieland RC, he said he will be there. I'm not sure if he's going to, he kind of wants to show up and just enjoy the event because he always shows up. He's always got the shop and he always has to work the event. So he kind of wants to take a step back and just enjoy and go drive, which in my opinion is phenomenal. It's the best way to go. Working events kind of gets a little bit old. It's awesome, but you don't get to do everything. You don't get to go run all the trails and stuff. So, but we'll see what Dixieland RC Cody decides to do. I know I'm going to have some help on Sunday from Georgia Rock Zombies. Scott and the crew, they are, in my opinion, some of the very best team I've ever seen at putting on events. Georgia Rock Zombies, you got Halloween Haul and Crawl. They got their own TTC. They got their own events and stuff, and it is absolutely awesome. The way that they put everything on, the way they host it. It's like the haul and crawl is more like a crawling playtime kind of thing with a few events thrown in. Nothing majorly serious. I think maybe the tug of war could get a little serious, but it's just having fun. And that's the best part of the hobby, in my opinion. Lucas, what's up, buddy? Yeah, put on a channel and content. Coming, everyone has RC diseases. RC graveyard. Yes, sir. Am I still working on the trail in the woods? Right now, all I'm doing at best is trying to maintain it and keep the trail cut and keep it down. When the weather cools off, I'll get back in there and hopefully be able to manicure it. The ground that we cut loose was pretty much untamed, super soft, and really hard to work with. It takes a little while. You got to kind of pack it and work on it a little bit. Lucas, hey, just saw you're live. Do you work with electric motors or just gas powered? Matt, I only do electric RCs. Do you pull out a big barbecue or have a food truck show up? There will be a food truck at Cherokee. It will be Walk Hard Barbecue, possibly another food truck as well. So there will be food there, plenty enough for everybody. All events I've attended, parking is a big issue. Parking is always an issue. Say we have 15 vendors, okay? The vendor area is going to, the vendors are going to take up a pretty good spot, pretty good area. Parking absolutely will be an issue. Now they have this area kind of like a cul-de-sac at the end over there. But there's like a children's playground area, and that would be awesome to set the vendors up and just have a full like end zone, you know, which I think would be phenomenal to set them up there. But I really got to see how many vendors are actually going to be there. I'm hoping that my little white trailer is loaded to the top with prizes. I hope that I have to get Sean, Jack's RC Recycle and Repair, to take some of the prizes up there. So I'm hoping to give away a lot of things. I'm not taking any money for it. There's no pre-tickets to be sold for this. The only fees that you will get are going to be whatever the park charges for camping for the weekend or vending for the weekend or something like that, okay? I'm not collecting money for this. This is not about me. It's about all of us. So that's my thoughts on it. That's why I'm trying to bring as many other influencers and content creators and everybody that I can out there, because it's not about me. I just happen to be the guy that's trying to make it happen. I got to go. Loudburns. Catch you later, buddy. I know your son wants to see your X-Max. He wishes he had one. I got a few of them, Shelby. I'm my own 1/4 RC to challenge Primal RC cars, mainly the Challenger 1/5. You know, I've got my Challenger 1/5 paid for since last year, and I'm hoping September, October, maybe. Still a pro. Let me know what you're working on, buddy, for sure. I mean, honestly, I think Primal does need a competitor. I really do. I like Primal. I've hung out with the Primal people. They're very down to earth and good people. You know, I was at with the Monster Jam World Finals a few years ago with the Primal team, and you know, they're good people. But competition makes things better. It really does. When is the event at Cherokee? That is December 7th and 8th. On the Exocaged RC Facebook page, I have made an event. So if you guys find that page on Exocaged RC on Facebook, go ahead and do your follow, all that stuff like that, and share that event around. I want to see what I can do with it this year and see where the limits are of what I can do with Cherokee. So, what are your motor temps on a Creighton 8S Max 5? I haven't run that in a long time, buddy. But if your motor temps are over about 170 or 180, that's getting a little bit too hot. James Wise Carver. Robert Toro, the event is listed on Exocaged RC Facebook page. Do a search for that page and go ahead and hit the follow. But the event is at Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama, on December 7th and 8th. If I had more cash, I would travel for RC events. Osborne RC, I never thought I would be traveling for RC events. Why in the world would I drive 100 miles just to run my RC truck? Why would I take a vacation day to go play with these things? Man, that's ridiculous. Look at me now. Whew, things have changed. Paul, what's up from the UK? Pull down an X-Max. The only X-Max I can really pull down is one under the banner. Second, I thought this was Chris Jericho. TRX4M with a Max 4. The Max 4 is as big as the truck. Would you take donated parts to add to the giveaway? The donated parts, if you want to donate parts and stuff, yes, but they need to be new in the package. So if you ordered parts for your axial, whatever it was, didn't need them, and they are new in the package, at that point, yes, I will take donated parts for the giveaway. Thinking about running those tires, but won't put. I know I've been fiddling with this thing. It's like a fidget spinner. Need those washers for the Raminator servos. Oh, I've got one set in stock. I only have 2 washers in stock right now. How is your HSP Vortex buggy? Alan, I haven't driven that in a while, but dude, that thing is awesome. Maybe I'll race it this weekend. Oh, I go. Can you see it from there? This thing weighs like 100 pounds. If this thing falls, it's not my fault. This is my Vitavon X-Max. That is a Max 4 560 kV 7120 motor, 125 motor. It's got the Vitavon metal suspension arms, Vitavon metal chassis, B-lock wheels, power Proline tires. But there is a lot to this. It has a Beast 1000 Reese servo in this thing. There is a lot to this truck. And in case you're wondering, yes, I have jumped it. Yes, I have jumped it. Whew. Fuel the pump. Stock ES 58 right now. Temp is 180. So your stock ESC and your 5687, the motor temp is 180. It's hot right now. So you got to take that into account. If you put fans on the motor, try to find some heat sinks to where it can work a lot better. How do I get some Exocaged 1.9 inserts? Osborne, on the website, exocagedrc.com. Let me see if I can get that up here. I've got inserts in there for quite a few different tires. I'm going to pin that if I can. All right, there you go. The website is now pinned up there. I should have had that to begin with. I could do a fidget spinner. What if I could design my own little gear mesh thing that you can work with it? I know I could. Put vent holes in the tires on the aluminum vid. For what I'm doing, no. I do not want any vent holes in mine. The sand gets into them, moisture, believe it or not, and it just gets in there. RC Player, yeah, I have sent that truck off the big jump. I have jumped it, and those arms are taking it. It's weird because it's like, oh, plastic arms, you got to have the flex, and I totally agree with all that. But you know, I haven't had the sheared hinge pins. I haven't had any issues with the metal arms. The first vehicle I had that actually put metal arms on was a Traxxas UDR, and that was Vidavon. And I've actually got metal arms for the Creighton 6S. I'm a little bit weary of that one though. I wonder if somebody's running the Endura pin tires. I have Endura pin tires inserts on there, buddy. And they sell every day. I'm constantly printing them things. Yeah, I like the Endura skinny pins. I really do. Govin Kush. New to the hobby, want to get a good starter set of screws, fasteners, spacers for 110 and 1/8 crawlers. Typically speaking, JS, the smaller stuff, 3mm bolts, just a simple assortment of those. 2.5mm as well. You get that. You go to Amazon, you just get some of the assortments, and you should be good with that. Just get the kits, the assortments. Cannot please. Yeah, I agree. Probably does need a competitor. Maybe once it's finished, it'd be cool to get your thoughts on it before. I'm totally up for that, Stella. I can test it out for you. When you get it to where it needs to be, send me pictures, and maybe I can help you just through pictures. You know, as far as like things that I can see, because one of the things about when you're building something, sometimes you just have to stop and go do something else, come back with what's called fresh eyes. Oh man, I didn't see that before. Or say, here, what do you think about this? They'll see something completely different. I see a purple weird thing that should throw some sand. Somebody may see a can opener. You know, it could happen. Shriekor, no. Either I copied you with a Typhon aluminum arms, no problem except wear. Right. They will wear out. They will wear out. But then again, the plastic wears out just the same. Budget ESC for Homes Hobby Polar Pro for good and budget. You kind of got to pick one. I would probably go with if you're not worried about a little bit of sound, the Castle Mamba X. Now, you got the Polar Pro brushless. I mean, you might could do the Micro X2, but I think you'll be pushing it a little bit with that ESC. The 70-75 runs my Creighton 8, no issues. You know, driven like I stole it. And GBRC, you haven't had any sheared pins or anything, right? Sell them on the Jigs Stinger. Man, when them things were $50, that was amazing, wasn't it? I wish I had bought more. I wish I had bought more. $50. Castle Cobra 10. Marcus, I might try it one day. They need to come out with something that's really, really good. Something that gets them close to where hobbying is. Maybe the Castle Cobra 10. I don't know, but at least you're trying. Okay, what's up? 4 of them. Let me see here. Let me do something here. No, we're not going to do any of that. We are going to put you in a timeout because we're not going to have any of that right now. When I fitted Arthur's hanger and pin, all pin damage, stop, full stop. Oh, the hinge pin braces and all that? Yeah. Scott, the basically like the Stinger was like a Traxxas Bandit, and it was 50 bucks. They had them on sellout, and I guess it was a couple years ago. Man, I saw them, or in fact, one of you guys commented and told me, hey, you need to check this out. I'm like, 50 bucks? Fine. So I got one, put it on the channel, and dude, they sold out. I got the Hot Shot, the truggy looking one. Boom, 50 bucks. I should have bought like the monster truck and stuff. It was like a weird, like a knockoff of the Sen racing truck. But man, I tell you what, they actually contacted me and thanked me and sent me a $200 gift certificate at Jegs. What I did with that money, I bought spare parts. I still have spare parts in a bag out there in the shed. I used it all plus like 15 bucks, I think, on spare parts for those cars. Just to have them, because I kind of figured they were going to be gone. Vigilante motor mounts from Vetemont. I've got to get them on this next order, along with your other pieces and stuff like that. The beadlock wheels and stuff. The sound does get annoying of the Castle ESCs. Yes, it does. Yeah, I think it was like a Sen 100 or a little, like the, what was that old HPI like? It was almost like a Wheelie King. Scott Springer. What am I, do I have it to hanging? No, it's like out in the shed, I think. I haven't messed with it in a while. It looked like a Traxxas Bandit. It really did. Now, the weird thing is about this one is that when we put brushless power to it, the handling got worse. With a Traxxas Bandit, you still keep decent handling, which I thought was weird. But I took the transmission apart, expecting to find garbage plastic gears. No, it was like all metal mod 0.8 or 32 pitch gears in there. I'm like, dang, it was actually a pretty good transmission in that Stinger. What is the lead time on cheat codes? Probably tomorrow. What do I do for a living? You're looking at it. I do RCs. The website, cheat codes, all that kind of stuff. I do have an older Asus 6-pole motor, yes. And I have the nicer one too. That's on one of these vehicles. I can't think of the name of that. The Kratos 6. I've got that one. That's a censored one too. That one is, that might be in that laser nut, the 110 laser nut, the 3800. No. It's in that Techno CR410, the one I kind of converted into a crawler bouncer thing. I do have a Typhon Grom, and honestly, with what I do back here, I'm totally fine with the stock battery, because what I do back here is more like a driver's thing, and we just have an absolute blast with them thing. Andrew, all it takes, I mean, I have like 3 or 4 different versions of cheat codes. That could be a whole different patent. It's easy to just change that stuff around, and there's no need to. Besides, if I was to be, I don't know, protective of all that, you know, really like crazy, I don't want to limit the market. If somebody can take what I've done and make it better, go for it. Simple as that. Okay, so the nylon MX43 wheels are good. The Proline beads are awesome, but the beads, the beadlock rings are what bent. You must have smacked something pretty good for that. I don't know if it's a dream job, Clayton. I'm busy a lot. Too much, actually. I do not have any cheat codes for the ruptures. Yep, Shapeways did go out of business. Yes, they did. The cheat codes are a... name me one more insert. Currently, there is no inserts like mine. There is none. The cheat code insert. Let me see if I can find one handy. I should have one in here somewhere. Let me see here. This is a cheat code for the Injora. See the outside of this? See how that's kind of contoured? Look at the inside. That's the big deal of a cheat code. When you put weight on it, the outside is what takes the weight. This right here looks like, yeah, outside, inside. It's hard to show you right here, but when you're on a weight on the corner, it puts all your focus of the tire down here. It doesn't allow it to rotate in. So it's like adding 1/2 inch of width without adding 1/2 inch of width. And really, really effective on everything that has side hills, which is pretty much every course I've ever seen. What do you think is the best price for a 1/6 scale rock crawler? About $1,000 bucks. None for the ruptures yet. I haven't even started. I have another insert I'm working on called the Pro Codes. That's something like that you guys have never seen before. Let's just say, rather than building out, I'm building in. Totally different way. You guys will have to see them. I'm working on those for the MOAs with the Deluxe Fab loaded dice. They go down into the wheels, so it's a very specialized insert. If I can make this work, I will absolutely put it into some of the other ones, but they are called Pro Codes. And I was looking for, I had one and I cut it up because I wanted to inspect inside of it. Here you go. But real quick, like the Pro Code, okay? Not the Bro Codes, Pro Codes. And this is all from Florida. But just to give you guys a quick glance at what the Pro Code, this is a prototype. It is obviously not, this particular one didn't work out. But this is about what they're going to look like. Something like that. I'm building to the inside, not the outside. So from the outside, it'll look just like nothing. But it's going to be good. I just got to make them work like what I need them to work. And like I say, the first ones are going to be for the pro level MOA style vehicles. The insert is going to lock in between the Deluxe Fab wheels. Zero side shifting. Very little. I kind of want a little bit of tire roll. A little bit for these vehicles. It's a different ball game, these vehicles, okay? So a little bit of tire roll. I got give, but it's going to, if I can make this correct, most inserts out there, they'll have a little bit of a chunk to them. You can feel that on all of them. Not these. These should be as smooth as any foam you've got out there, but with all the side hill stability and tire conformability of a foam. I just got some work to do. They're unique, functional, and sellable to big retailers. Andrew, I've already been approached by several big manufacturers. The problem is I can't supply them. I'm not giving any names of the companies that have contacted me about making these for them. I honestly cannot supply enough to stock that. I would have to literally rent a warehouse and get 200 printers and have them running 24/7 to supply that. And I don't have the capital to make that happen. Just landing on the beads, need to flex and relax back. The bit of nylon wheels are lighter and stronger and more offset than the PLs. My 10-year-old, I'm trying to make a moon buggy. Should I get moon buggy or build it? Blitz fam, you're a 10-year-old. I'm gonna tell you right now, do you have a way to braze metal? Do you have a brake tubing bender? If you have a way to braze, or even solder it, even that way, you can actually solder this stuff together. But if you can do that, it will be an incredible learning experience for you, something that you will learn and keep with you for a long time. You will learn about triangulation. You will learn what to do, what not to do, and overall, it will seriously increase your skills if you build it from scratch. Just my opinion on that. I do have a couple talks about licensing them, but when you find out how long it takes to print these, this is the biggest reason why we don't have these in the major retail outlets, is the time. And the print form would be incredible to have to do to produce these in a way to mass produce them. There's no way to just simply pop these out. You know, there's just no way, at least not with current technology. You part my rock crawler and put like a different chassis on it. That's a moon bug. If you want to do that, Blitz Farm, go for it. Shark Tank, yeah. I'm gonna go up and talk to Mark Cuban. Hey dude, I want to make things that go inside toy truck tires. Can I get $500,000? Yeah. They'll be thrilled about that, won't they? What about injection mold? Injection molding is kind of like what the Endura inserts are. And honestly, at this point, I think the Endura inserts are junk. And the reason I say that is I had to get rid of my green ones. They were so floppy. Side hill ability was gone. The reds were too stiff. The blues were the only ones I kept for a while. And I kept them for a while because they were actually working, but they started breaking down. And it just turned to garbage. The way these are printed is everything. So I would have to find a 3D printing farm that would actually put this to work, you know. Tell Sean I might to hold up on the hobby shop. Have to be a sweatshop. Oh, Sean has all the plans for everything in there. I will have a little section in there that I'll build a table so I can do interviews with you guys there. I can do interviews like that. I'll be able to do my unboxing videos a lot more professionally versus you guys just looking at a couple hands handling things. I'll be able to get way more professional on that. So that's all coming. And hopefully it'll be here and done. He's hoping by the end of September. So I hope so, because I'd like to have the building here for the November Gramapalooza event. Never say never on a Ram outperform. Dual motors are better than one, buddy. Joe Girding, buddy, I can tell you right now, my Raminator handles really good, and that Ram bouncer will eat its lunch. I mean, it is the center of gravity, the way everything is set up, it will eat a Raminator's lunch. I mean, it just absolutely incredible at how these vehicles perform. If we're ever in the same area and I have my Ram bouncer, you are absolutely welcome to drive it. I gotta warn you, you will absolutely want one. And this past chassis was $1,500 powder coated, just so you know. But dude, I'm telling you, it will outperform, it will outhandle, it will outrace, it outjumps everything over the big Raminator. It really does. And I love my Raminator. Now, the one thing the Raminator will do more so than what I think the Ram Balancer will, I think the Raminator will pull you on the Chariot better. I think the Raminator's got that one. Well, it got better driveline reduction and through that transmission and everything. So, yeah. The Ram Balancer took about 4 days to print a set. Have a good night, Joe James, RC Garage. Yes, sir. Will there be an unlimited Grom class? As far as the Groms go, if I start seeing people show up with modified Groms, I'll make that happen. The Losi NASCAR is also included in Gromapalooza because it has a Grom chassis, a modified Grom chassis, but its roots are from the Grom, put it that way. So the Losi NASCAR is allowed, and that we will have a stock and modified NASCAR class. Continue to show I'm around. I can continue to show around. Welcome, Carl. Later, Jet. Catalyst Machine Works. I might do that. I don't know. You mean that your wife can be at home without having so many RC cars? Yeah, basically I'd be able to. There's only 2 rooms in my home that doesn't have RC cars. That's the guest bedroom and the guest bathroom. Oh, my current number is now about 140. I picked up a few recently. Oh, James. I like Ram Balancer to a good X-Max, but for men. What is the best website to look on rock crawlers? Like to purchase a rock crawler, you got A-Man, you got Horizon. Those are your 2 biggest ones right there. But you got RC Addicts, you got Dixieland RC. There's actually quite a few out there. If you're going to build a Grom, you need to know you can run it. Well, absolutely you can run it. The only thing is, I don't, with my particular track back here, I have yet to see where having brushless and big power in any of those vehicles makes a difference. I have yet to see it. The track isn't really big enough to do that with. Now, I've got the ramp coming out of the pad onto the grass and then back in. We might be trying that this weekend, which I think will be absolutely fantastic. RC other than Grom to rip around the track when I'm not racing at Gromapalooza. Scott, it is Groms. It is a Grom event. The only other vehicles that will be allowed to run are crawlers, because the Groms aren't crawlers. So that whole crawler area will be for crawlers, and that will be open. But as far as every track, every jump, every ramp that I have set up, that is absolutely Grom only. Dude, that little SCX24C10, dude, I couldn't believe that servo on that thing. That was the first time I've seen a servo that strong looking. And that's the new C10. I was absolutely blown away by that, honestly. I'm like, holy cow. They upgraded something here, didn't they? See, you can put all that power in there, Joe. I mean, I totally agree with you. It's phenomenal. But man, you're not going to stick it like what the Ram Balancers do. Fun to see. What up from North Carolina? I'm good with that track too. What do you think is the best scaling rock crawler RC? One of the best bangs for your buck is the Axial Base Camp. That's a really good starter truck. The Losias are supposed to be ready in September for the first orders. I think if you're ordering one now, you might be lucky to have it by Christmas. because I mean, like the first pre-order batch was gone. I was lucky to get on that. I ordered the, I think the Martin Truist or something like that, Martin Truex or something like that, with the one with the fish on it, the Bassmaster, Bassmaster. That's the one I got, or hopefully I'll get soon. And see, Cozy, my track isn't big enough to really wind out and go. So, and we've tried 2 or 3 different times foam tires. They are no good out there. Basically, the best tires that we have found, and I think if we run another night race and I put the sticky sugar water down, I got a feeling we'll be in the mid 4s with the Fortec tires by Traxxas. Those tires hook up really good, man. Wally David, the Oval King, is here. Or at least he's talking to me on my messenger. Martin Truex, that's it. Martin Truex, around bouncer, motor hits bad. Right now it does. I'm going to work on making an adjustment to the transmission height or transmission angle. So I get that in there right, then I can allow that front to make all the droop. I got spacers in there right now. So I did cut the tube back on the drive shaft, make a little bit more room. Running a really big motor up front, you're going to have more drive shaft issues. But I told Travis that, dude, look, I'll deal with the issues. I want this one low. And he absolutely delivered. Next insert name, Bassmaster. Yeah, see, I would want to take the B off of that because I think it would just be even better that way. These are the spacers I gave you for the Ram bouncer. The ones I've got in there are working pretty good. And actually, I was supposed to give you, Andrew, the little washer things and the little bump stops I made, but I forgot to give them to you when you left. What is the most I spend on an RC? My most expensive RC is actually pretty simple. That is my Raminator, and it's got to be close to 10K. Got to be. Joe Girding, maybe one day we'll be able to meet up at an event. And if you see where I'm going to an event, make sure you let me know, and I will make sure I pack them because I would absolutely love to run you. I would absolutely love that, man. I think it'll be epic. I would love to have some Raminator style Monster Jam events. It's just, they're so expensive to get, and they come with a really horrible gas motor. So it's just kind of one of them things that it's such a niche in the hobby. Not everybody has Raminators. Ram Bouncer MOA. There's enough weight on them axles as it is. As it is right now, the axles weigh more than everything else on the entire vehicle for the Ram Bouncer. So that's where the balance is. It's all in the axles. I've got the metal wheels on there as well. So, I mean, those axles, like I say, they weigh more than the rest of the vehicle. I don't know that anybody's actually put any tire prep on their tires for here yet. Yes, Blitz fam, yes, that is true. I paid $4K for it. Then the conversion, then the Max 4, then the Beast 2000s. Now I've got Vidavon Knuckles in there. And Andy brought me V4 steering for the Ram Bouncer. That's on there now. That was actually in the video today. As a channel member, you guys should have seen the other video where we're just out there bashing. And as a channel member, did you guys see me racing the new Ram Bouncer on the dirt track with the other vehicles? There happened to be a Grom Mojave out there, and let's just say I kind of run over it a few times. I didn't mean to, But the other vehicles, when they would smack into the ram bouncer, they'd go flying. I mean, the ram bouncer is like 70 pounds, okay? I mean, I've got the metal wheel, so it's a little bit more, probably a little bit more heavier than Andy's. So, but yeah, I accidentally run over that Grom a few times. Yeah. Does it? That was RC Kings that I run over. I think I got you, what, twice? I was trying to not get you, but I couldn't even see the little thing. I mean, it just ran over it. Tire tracks on it. Oh, Team Renault. Steven, would be an absolute joy just for you to promise that. Ah, I love your videos. I love how the rims are so customizable. So, whereabout are you at, Joe? Are you on the East Coast? If you're on the East Coast, there's got to be an event somewhere around here that we can catch up, like Beat the Creek or something like that, man. If you're on the West Coast, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the ram bouncer way out there. Brushless or brushed. Usually, brushless is the way to go, but it kind of depends on what you're doing. Why don't I put PJ1 Midwest and Illinois? How far away from Indiana is Illinois? What I'm asking is, can you make it to an Axial Fest? Like, say, next June. If you can make it to an Axial Fest, that might be about the most middle that we might be able to meet up at. Now, granted, they're not axial vehicles in any way at all. I can put an axial sticker on mine if it'll help. But I'm sure we can, you know, take a quick run out there, right? Yeah, you try to get out of the way, but I think the thing just kept getting stuck. RC Kings, you're going to need some sand tires for that thing, dude. I've never been to Horizon Fest. I think Horizon Fest and Axial Fest are only 2 weeks apart. That's a real close thing with where I'm at. Oh, PJ1 is traction compound for NASCAR. Okay, I didn't even know what PJ1 was. Yeah, I was trying not to run over anybody, but I think I got everybody at least once. One of them, he like caught the tire and just shot off to the side. I'm like, dude, sorry about that. Well, see, that's the thing, Joe. When I asked them, could I bring the Raminator or something like that out there, they said it wasn't on axial axles. And I'm like, well, the Primal isn't a competitor in any way to axial, in my opinion. Primal is such a small niche, it really shouldn't matter. But I saw some Traxxas vehicles out there. In fact, at Armageddon down in Bradenton, there was a dude running a Traxxas Max out there. Yes, I saw it. I'm like, huh, all right. Not in the actual events, but out there to the Basher area. Oh, crap. It is 9 o'clock, guys. Time to go ahead and let this thing wrap up. Nicky Thompson Pros. Talking about the Pro X. They're pretty decent. I'll name my Mojave Speed Bump. I know. I'll try to come to your RC festival. If I have to fly, just take mini RCs. Man, RC Player, I'm kind of expecting more just the local guys here for the first Gromapalooza. I do expect some travelers. I don't think this first one is going to be worth a plane ticket. And dealing with their car rental and all that stuff, I don't think it's going to be worth that. That should count. Clayton, you are correct. It does have a version of an SCX6 transmission. All right, buddy. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. AC just came on. That's not scheduled for 9 o'clock. Yes, sir, Joe Girding. We absolutely will, buddy. Rob, catch you later. Stella, catch you later. RC King, see you Sunday. Just ran Truckified TLR. Being honest. Appreciate that. Thanks for the show. Yes, sir. Go test those tires already. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be the Proline Aztecs. You guys have a good one. Let me wrap this up. Oh, yeah, I got to go here. All right, you guys have a great day. I'm going to wrap this up and get busy. Other things. I should. All right, I'm not going to tell you. All right, you guys have a good one.